Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or back if that's the case for you. I picked up a cheap welding cart from Harbor Freight, and I figured, you know what, why not show you guys what comes in the box, what it looks like, the quality of it, and whatnot as I put it together. So I'll break open the box, get it all laid out, and we'll put it together, and I'll give you my thoughts, and you guys can maybe give me yours in the comment section. So let's get that going. Alright guys, I apologize for the lighting. My shop's a mess, so I'm gonna have to do this on the tailgate. So we got a couple side rails in the box. I'm gonna assume that is the bottom. Couple trays, three trays. The rod for the wheels. We got the back wheels, the front casters, and a couple hooks for hanging your lead and your ground and all that on. Then we got a bag of bolts and screws and chains. So it's what it looks like coming straight out of the box. I'm gonna see if I can find a clean spot on the floor here, and we'll get set up and get her going. Oh, you also got the, sorry about that. You also got the instructions naturally. So again, I'm going to clean out a spot on this floor so we have some better lighting. And then we'll get to putting it together. So bear with me for just a second. Alright guys, so I've got everything repositioned out here and mostly open. I'll open this while I talk. There are a bajillion, probably only a slight over exaggeration, nuts, bolts, and washers and lock washers. I hope you like securing nuts and bolts, because it looks like we're going to be at this a minute. Don't worry, I won't make y'all watch all of it. The first thing we're going to start with is putting together the base. So take your rod, insert it, imagine that. You got two flat washers. You're gonna need, hang on Chris, two cotter pins. Anybody who's ever put anything like this together before knows what I'm talking about here, but you got a spacer that goes to the inside. Throw the washer on. Nope. Cotter pin through. Give it a good old bend each way so it don't come loose. Sure. That'll work. Alright, push it through. Do the same thing on the other side. So now that we have our bolts, our nuts, and our washers, we're going to put on a caster. Get over here where you can see what I'm doing. Stop. And the last one here. Alright. So that gives us wheels uprights, and they go, should go through something like that. Hold it up with your head. Oh.
That was a quick.
This younger generation having to have help with everything.
I didn't grab my notes.
Alright, you ain't got to be Hercules on it. Everybody always wants to over-tighten everything. I'm going to have to fix his because, look at that, he's got it all jacked up.
What do you mean?
The directions went from simple to, let's become extremely complicated in a hurry. Every bolt is going to get a lock washer, or a flat washer and a lock washer, just like before. I am going to choose to leave everything loose from here on out, and come back and tighten it all at the end. All right. Holy shnikes, guys. Oh, wrong direction. So on these bars, the hardware actually runs the bolt from the inside and the nut and lock washer on the outside. Alright guys, so now we're nearing completion. We've got the upper piece here, and it's going to go together pretty well the same way. Get me some bolts here. However, since it holds the welder itself, it has 2 extra bolt holes on the back that you're going to have to contend with. So and then we'll go around and put the rest of these in. And when we get that done, we'll come back and show you the next step. So give us just a second. Alright guys, right now I'm just prepping everything so it's easier. Next we're going to be putting on these hooks that are going to hold your lead and your ground, maybe an extension cord if you're like me. So these will go in either this set of 2 or that set of 2, just it's personal preference. We're going to run the hardware bolt through the back and lock washer and nut on the outside. We will put the other side on and tighten everything down and get it on the floor. Set it up. We'll come back and give you guys our thoughts and opinions. Alright guys, so we're done. It's together, it's set up. I got my cheap free to me welder on it. The way I've got it is I got my gloves and my sleeves and my chipping hammer and my wire brush on that shelf, and then my helmet and my anti-splatter on the bottom. So no, it's not the greatest thing ever. It rattles a little bit, but I think that's because them wheels, they don't sit tight enough. I think what I'm actually going to do here after a while is take everything back off of it, add a couple washers to tighten that up so it don't wobble so much. It's $45 at Harbor Freight. Come on guys, it's not meant to rule the world. It's not to be the last one you'll ever buy. It's for the hobbyist who realistically is probably going to do what I'm going to do. put it somewhere in their garage and leave it there, bring it out every great once in a while. For those of you that watch the channel all the time, as long as I like this, we may be buying a bigger one and doing a review and whatnot on it for out at the big shop, because we also have the plasma cutter out there. So if we could have them both on one cart and we could just drag it wherever we want, that'd be great. But I'm getting ahead of myself there. It's super easy. Even with filming, it took me maybe 30 minutes to put it together. It's going to do the job. It frees up bench space. I think it's a good buy, at least so far. If it turns out to be a huge pile of crap later on down the road, I'll let you know, because, well, no one pays me to say anything nice. I say what I feel, and I feel what I say. Yeah, that sounded good. No, it's a good thing. I've been after one of these for a minute, and I've just been, let's be honest, too cheap to pull the trigger on a $45 setup, strictly because I'd rather buy other things. It's worked phenomenal sitting up there, and I didn't really realize until I started doing the bumpers and the rock sliders and all that I truly needed something like this. So I'm excited to have it. But as far as this video goes, I think we're done. So remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.